And welcome to another episode of America Smiles Tips and Tricks. Today we're going to discuss the easiest way to get new dentists to try your laboratory. Now in the America Smiles Tips and Tricks segment, I've been really committed to not making it selfish and not trying to turn it into a commercial, but this is unavoidable. The best tip I can give you today is to utilize the America Smiles One Voice program. The best trick you can have for your laboratory to bringing in new dentists is the America Smiles One Voice program. So what I'm going to do in this segment of America Smiles Tips and Tricks, explain to you what One Voice is, a little bit of its genesis. Oh, that's a little plug for our zirconia. A little bit, the genesis of how America Smiles One Voice got started. So the fact of the matter is, most dental laboratory owners are, the weakest area of their business is probably doing marketing and advertising. And I'll tell you what, as you saw in one of the other episodes of Tips and Tricks, marketing should be just as predictable as sending out statements, ordering supplies, or anything else that you do on a daily or weekly basis. You should have marketing. So I recognized this weakness in the lab industry a long time ago, and I went ahead and I started what was called the America Smiles. So what was that thing? Goodness gracious, I'm frozen on that one. But anyhow, we had an America Smiles program that we did, Direct Connect. Thank you very much. So I got people coming and going. You might hear the doors blasting, and we got the lab running in full swing here. But the Direct Connect session was, I realized that most laboratories don't reach out to doctors. I started calling doctors on behalf of other labs, saying, hey, can I schedule a meeting for this guy's laboratory to come out and meet with you? And one of our earliest membership programs was Direct Connect. I would call a dentist for a lab, schedule the appointment, the lab goes to the doctor, shows them the samples, shows them the price list, and the lab's got to close the deal and get them to commit. Well, the America Smiles Direct Connect program has been super fabulously successful for the last 10 or 12 years. We morphed that in, we changed the name to what we call One Voice, and what we started doing is everyone's on the same program. With the One Voice program, we would send out a postcard first. The idea is, let's soften up that dental office. Let's send them a postcard 1, 2, 3 months in a row, and then I would call and say, hey, you've heard of Billy Bob's Dental Lab, right? I've been sending you these postcards forever. Can I get you to schedule a meeting with this guy? Well, of course, I don't make those phone calls anymore. We got 12 people, most working remotely from their own houses, 4 of them here in-house, but we're calling on behalf of over 200 laboratories right now with what we call One Voice. The concept is send a postcard, get the doctor introduced to your laboratory, get him to understand what your special is, maybe a $119 crown or whatever it is. And then we follow up with a phone call and get that doctor to schedule an appointment to meet you. Scratch that. We're done trying to get you to go out and meet with doctors. And, I've got lab guys, they're paying me to set up these appointments and they're not even going to the appointments. And then they don't even know how to close the deal and are afraid to ask for the case. I'm going to do that for you. I'm kind of done watching you waste my time and not get the job done. Close the stinking deal. So what we do now is I had an extra $10,000 laying around, nothing to do with it. Government was going to take it. So I'm like, well, let's give it away so I don't have to pay the government. So this May 30th or 31st, right after Labor Day, it's Memorial Day. Okay, right after Memorial Day, we're going to give $10,000 to one lucky dentist. Now, here's what I want to do for you. I know I sound like an infomercial now, right? I'm pointing at the camera and everything. Okay, here's what we're going to do for you. I'm going to send out a postcard to the nearest 100 dentists to your laboratory. Tell them about your lab. What's your special? What do you offer on special? Who you are? What your business name is? Then we're going to tell the doctor, hey, we all know what a QR code is. Most lab guys are older. You might not know what a QR code, but there's these things called QR codes. You take a picture of them with your phone, and it suddenly takes you to a website. This doctor's going to go to a website. No purchase necessary. He can register to win $10,000 in free lab services from your lab. I'm paying the bill. It's either give it to the government or do this program. I chose to do this program. So on May 30th, one lucky dentist is going to win $10,000 from one lucky lab. Now here's how it works. Again, I'm going to repeat myself. I'm going to send out a postcard, advertisement for your lab. Hey, no purchase necessary. Click on the QR code. Doctor's going to click on that. He's going to register to win 10 grand. Then my sales team, who, if this is really super successful, they're not going to have to call and make appointments for you anymore. They're going to be sitting around thinking they're going to lose their job. And I would tell them, no, you're not going to lose your job. Every doctor that clicks on your QR code, we're going to call them and say, hey, check it out. Send this lab one case and you double your chances of winning. So now instead of the doctor being entered once, the doctor's entered twice, and hey, it gets better. If you've sent a case and you're selected a winner, it ain't 10 grand no more. It's $12,000. So how do we do that? We're going to pay the bill. We tell the winning doctor, use this lab for 4 consecutive months. If whatever your lab bill is, we'll pay up to $3,000. So if the lab bill is $500, we're going to pay $500. But if the lab bill for the month is $3,500, we're going to pay $3,000. Point is, we're willing to spend up to $12,000. So the easiest way to get a doctor, don't do anything but sign up for One Voice. We're going to take $195 a month from you. But in return, we're going to reach out. We're going to send postcards to the nearest 100 dentists to your lab. Or if you don't like any of the dentists near your lab, and I get that, sometimes you don't like those guys, we'll send to a different town. Okay, we can mail off to a different town. We're going to send to 100 doctors on your behalf. The postcard's going to be an advertisement for you. It's going to say, click on the QR code, register to win 10 grand. My team is going to follow up. Tell that doctor to click on the QR code. Send him a case. Send him one. Double your chances of winning. Win 12 grand. So that's it. Today's session of tips and tricks. A little selfish because I'm going to make some money off of this, and I'm glad to. Thank you very much. But this segment, a little bit selfish, but it's good for you. Sign up for One Voice today.